Thank you all for taking the time to meet this morning. I really appreciate it. I think that this is a great opportunity for us to start the conversation of what's next with our beach path. I think we have some great solutions to talk about today on both long-term plans and short-term plans going forward. So why are we here today? We're here because there's been an explosion in sales of e-bikes over the past really 18 months, but really since COVID started, it's skyrocketed to the roof. The differences in speed on some of the users, some of the riders of e-bikes far exceed the speed limits that we have here, and it causes conflict. There is no desire to enforce right now, so long as we can get the most critical thing under control, and that's the speed. If we can get the speed under control, we can go through this process and we can get to whatever the final solution is, and we can talk about that final solution too. I think we have a ride that's planned. It'll be about a mile. We have 3 stops along the way where we can talk about 3 different sort of situations on the path. So appreciate all of you being here. This is a starting point. I think we're open to input on additional locations, and I think we're open to adding more, changing, moving as things go. If we see places where it's not effective, ways we can improve it, yeah, we're open to coming back and adding more. Part of the reason why we wanted to do this was to ask for your help. You're all the people that rent the bikes, you're the advocates, you're the people that are out there, and we want you to also help us when you talk to people, stress that they need to stay under 10. When you rent out the bikes, please, we've talked, JP, stress that, this is a shared facility. Please be considerate so that we can get through to that, because we don't want to go into an enforcement. We just want to coexist until we can plan whatever the future is, right? So yes, for sure, summertime, we're gonna have the lights on and enforce the walk zones. But non-summertime, I also think that we're going to increase the amount of time that the lights go on. So basically, with all the traffic that's around our junior lifeguards, our lifeguards, marine safety, if anybody from our marine safety staff, Eric or Scott, want the walk zone on, anybody from our police department says they want it on, or anybody from our traffic group has the liberty to determine that the traffic warrants the lights being on.
And the signage is good, and I think everybody does actually see, like, okay, it's getting crowded, it's going to be crowded during the summer and everything, that when you do turn the lights on, I think it's going to be very effective. I think this is a really good
I'll sit down there and I'll have a button, I'll turn it on whenever you need it. Every damn reason.
So a lot of riders head down this hill and they don't realize their speeds. And then we have an all-inclusive playground down there. We have a public restroom. So we have a tremendous amount of cross traffic in that area. And it really causes a lot of conflict. And it really just exemplifies or is the reason why we need to be responsible with the speeds. So I think the ride today was very successful in that I think it opened the dialogue with some of our shop owners, some of our advocates, some of the people, some of the users of the facility, because we are trying to manage people with different interests, competing interests, different users. So this was a great session to open dialogue and see how we can do better, what we can do better. I think we're about to launch a process where we want to invite all of those conversations So I think this is the first step in that.
It's never a bad day when you get to ride the bike at Huntington Beach. It's a beautiful day, and as you can see, it's used heavily, and so it's important that we come up with solutions to make sure that everybody can use this bike path safely.